lavish. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash.
Well, it was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
On the ready. Mike, 57. You must be dreaming. Pick the edge. Come. Let's go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Wood. Hey. Mike 5-4.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey! Mike 56. I got one. Go, go, go! Go!
56! Mike's 56! You got 99!
Go!
Switch!
Johnson running right. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready to break.
54, right there. 54 Mike. I'm here all day.
Hey, Charlie!
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return is Pettis. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Cut! Wide!
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
You ain't doing nothing today.
12. Hey, seam 6.
57's a Mike. 57.
I got you.
Exit.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Hey, orbit.
They go play action here on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play there for the Niners. 51 yards.
That's another 49ers 1st down.
Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game.
Check three.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Now Johnson, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They run. It's Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And the Lions first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Jones. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Niners' 39-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Go. Yeah. 54 Mike. Blue down.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Hey, check. Look at me. Zipper. 54.
Here's Johnson. Touchdown, Detroit. David Johnson, 39 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they describe that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that. Bravo. Hey, check.
57, Mike 57.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
Here we go. Like 20.
On first down, Coleman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
65. 21. Here we go.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Benjamin's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
60 outlaw. Check 56. Come on.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it with Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Be tripping, be tripping.
Now a guy who played his college ball here in the Bay Area, and that's Stanford's Bryce Love. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
On second down, Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Stay with your man. Check 50, check 50. Out, out. Go.
Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To the end zone, touchdown Detroit. David Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Garoppolo now. And they're going to to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is something.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Jones pass. Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 36.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Watch twist.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
11. Hey, Delta. 57 to Mike.
Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Echo.
Here we go, G.
Now Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Hey, 7.
At the 38-yard line.
Watch 57.
Watch the run.
From the 38, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Here we go. 180.
All day, just like that.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
57's right.
Oh, you got D? Check 4. Check. Lock. Hey, wahoo.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Flag.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
throwing now is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey, alert! 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 Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, Alpha! You better be afraid of me! You better be afraid of me!
57's the Mike!
1, Omaha! They get hot!
Garoppolo to try again on second down. James has got it. Complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
12, 12, 11, 11.
Let's get off the field, D. Hatchet, hatchet.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
57's right.
Garoppolo again. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis there to make the grab as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Love. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one 28 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready? 60 or.
They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Look at me, zipper. Go.
To Johnson again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Johnson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Garoppolo Garoppolo. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
12.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
65.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Watch the buzz. Check Mike 57.
I'm scared.
13. Hey, Haywood.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. For the catch made by Johnson. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. Here comes Pettis on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Here we go.
I got you.
11. I got you.
57. Time to go. Night.
Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, Charlie.
57.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
21. Here we go. Hey, seam 6.
57 to Mike. It's just me and you.
Mike's 57. Hey, gun.
Who that?
Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 66 yards, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you've got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go with Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
First down, Lions.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
25, check 25, check 25.
They go to Johnson again. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They try the left side with Johnson, and hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Down, 70, Indy. Get it.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
21.
Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go. 20.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our